warning came too late. A trucker's job is simple. Haul cargo, keep moving, and never stop for too long. But when the world falls apart overnight and the roads fill with the dead, stopping isn't an option anymore. The problem is, I'm running out of gas. It started as an ordinary run. I was hauling a load of medical supplies out of Dallas, heading west into the Arizona desert. The night was quiet, just the steady hum of my truck's engine and the occasional crackle of the radio. Then the radio went dead. No stations, no trucker chatter, just static. And the highway? Empty. No taillights, no distant headlights, just miles of dark, abandoned road. Something was wrong. An hour later, I saw the first body. A man lay in the middle of the highway, arms stretched out as if he'd been crawling. His clothes were shredded, his skin grayish. I hit the brakes, ready to help. Then he moved. Not like a man in pain, like something else. His head twisted toward me at an unnatural angle, his mouth opening wider than it should. And then he stood, too fast, too smooth. I hit the gas. As I sped past, I saw his eyes in the rearview mirror, lifeless, hungry. 50 miles later, the highway turned into a graveyard. Cars sat abandoned, their doors hanging open. Some had shattered windows, others were smeared with something dark. Then I saw them, a swarm of them. Bodies moving in the moonlight, shambling between wrecked cars, their hollow eyes locked on me. I had to slow down. The road was too cluttered. Then one of them sprinted, not shuffled, sprinted, right at my truck. The creature leapt onto my hood, slamming its rotting hands against the windshield. Its mouth gnashed at the glass, teeth broken and black. More of them ran, sprinting toward the truck from all sides. I floored it, swerving around wreckage, feeling the truck shake as bodies slammed into the trailer. The thing on my hood clawed at the windshield, cracked spider webbing beneath its fingers. Then my gas light blinked off. I needed fuel, fast. Up ahead, a truck stop loomed in the darkness. The pumps looked intact, but the lot was littered with motionless bodies. I had no choice. I pulled in, jumped out, and grabbed the pump. The station was still powered, thank God. The moment the gas started flowing, the bodies twitched. One by one, they rose. Then they started running. I barely made it back to the cab. Something grabbed my leg, but I kicked free, slamming the door shut just as hands slapped against the glass. I shifted into gear, tires screeching as I plowed through the undead crowd. Bodies crunched under the wheels, but they kept coming. I hit the highway, pushing 90, my knuckles white on the wheel. But in my mirrors, I saw them, hundreds of them, chasing me. I knew I couldn't outrun them forever. My only chance was the mountains, a narrow pass up ahead where I could block the road. I reached the pass and jackknifed the trailer, sealing the only way through. Then I grabbed my shotgun. The first one came over the hill, then another. I had 12 shells, and a whole lot of dead to kill before sunrise. I don't know how I survived, but I did. The sun rose over an empty highway, the dead scattered in the dust. I climbed back into my truck, hands shaking, knowing the world would never be the same. But I still had fuel. I still had wheels. And as long as the road stretched ahead, I wasn't stopping. Not for anything. Because the dead don't stop either. And they're still out there, waiting. The night was quiet, too quiet. The only sound was the hum of my truck's engine and the occasional crackle of static on the radio. Then I saw it, a shape in the fog, massive and shifting. Something not meant to exist, and it was waiting for me. I'd been hauling freight for years, and I thought I'd seen everything the road had to offer. Storms, drunks, even the occasional hitchhiker with dead eyes. But nothing prepared me for that night. I was hauling a full load through the mountains, somewhere deep in Colorado. The air was thick with fog, rolling in heavy waves over the road. My headlights barely cut through it. Then my radio crackled. "Turn back." The voice was rough, distant, then silence. I should have listened. A mile later, something darted across the road, too fast to... I eased my foot off the gas, heart hammering. Then came the sound I'll never forget. Scratching. Deep, slow, deliberate. Claws dragging along the metal. Whatever it was climbing my trailer. I kept driving, trying to convince myself it was just road noise, maybe the wind. Then I checked my side mirror. A shape clung to the side of my trailer, its limbs splayed out like some kind of deformed spider. Its head was wrong, stretched, elongated, its mouth hanging open, revealing rows of jagged teeth. It wasn't riding on my truck, it was hunting me. I slammed the brakes. The truck screeched, the trailer fishtailing. The creature was thrown off, tumbling into the fog. For a second, everything was still. Then I heard it. A scream, not human, not animal, something in between. Then it charged. I floored the gas, the truck lurching forward. The fog swallowed the road ahead, but I didn't care. I had to get away. The thing was fast, too fast. I saw it in my mirrors, loping after me on all fours, its body moving unnaturally, almost glitching. Then it leapt. The whole truck rocked as it slammed onto the roof. The metal groaned, claws scraped, and then the roof started caving in. I grabbed my tire iron from the passenger seat, took a deep breath, and threw the door open. The second I stepped out, the fog thickened, swallowing everything. Then I saw it. It crouched on top of my cab, staring down at me. Its limbs twitched, its head tilting in an unnatural way. I gripped the tire iron. "You want me?" I growled. "Come get me." It moved, faster than I could react. Then a horn, blinding headlights, another truck. The beast turned just as the 18-wheeler barreled into it, slamming it off the road. The driver skidded to a stop, jumping out. "Are you okay?" he shouted. I stared at the spot where the creature had been. The fog swirled, but there was nothing there. Only the sound of the wind. I never saw it again. But sometimes when the fog rolls in thick, I hear something in the distance. A thump on my trailer. A low scratching sound. A whisper crackling through my radio. Turn back, and I keep driving, because the road never ends. And some things are always waiting.